Okay, everyone, here's a demo of how to do vibe coding to Salesforce using only voice. So not gonna touch the keyboard, at least most of the time. Okay, so let's see how this works. Okay, so I have cursor here. I've created a LWC, a lightning component that shows the list of opportunities. So this is called the standard developer org, and what I'm gonna do is change the developer chart. So I'm gonna tell it to do that. I want to change this list into a bubble chart, and on the x-axis I want to plot the date of the opportunity. On the y-axis I want to plot the dollar amount of the opportunity. So it's pretty cool because you can use like voice commands. You don't actually need to kind of think too hard about saying kind of the right words properly because it is an LLM, right? So it's very forgiving for kind of typing mistakes, typos, and so forth. Okay, so now cursor has formed a plan and it's kind of updating kind of the components. And there's some pretty cool stuff I want to do. So let's see what it does. Okay, so couple of things called I actually have cursor running in set to run everything. So in this case, if it's set to run everything, then I don't need to keep on clicking to confirm, right? That makes the demo a little bit smoother. So yeah, so now it's a bubble chart, right? So based on the size, it doesn't actually do anything right now. So what I can do is, for each time you click on the, okay, let's just do this. So for each time you click on one of the dots, I want you to pop up a modal that shows the opportunity. You can randomly pick some fields that you want to show in the modal. Okay, so I just smart enough to kind of add some like click handlers to the bubble to open my modal. So as a person that doesn't practice developing regularly, it's actually quite convenient because there's no way I can remember like all these JavaScript commands. So yeah, like really loving how cursor can actually automate so much stuff. So now it's scanning HTML, running a command, deploying it. So yeah, it also deploys it. So you also don't need to kind of manually push it to org. It does everything for you. Okay, so still planning its next move. So target org goes to my SF org that I've set up with connection to. Yep, this opportunity bubble chart. It's planning its next move, and yeah, let's see what it's able to do. So there's certain things I didn't actually tell it to do. It's kind of automatically assumed, right? So kind of gave some instructional text, right, saying this is how it works. So yeah, it's a boat chart. So now I'm gonna click on it. Okay, so nothing's happening when I'm clicking on it. So I suspect it's actually the cache. So what I have is on my Safari developer menu, I can go and empty the cache. So I emptied it. If that doesn't work, we need to tell it to actually do something else. Oh yes, I see. Empty the cache. So that actually works. That's pretty cool. So now I want to group it by account. So within like the opportunities, there's only a certain number of accounts, right? So all opportunities. So basically, I'm gonna group them. I think something edge installation, some kind of like grand hotels. So I want all the same account to be the same color. Okay, so for the opportunities, I can see them. I want the dots to be color coded, so then for the opportunities for the same account, they'll be the same color. Okay, so let's see what it does. Color coding bubbles by account, so opportunities can be the same. Okay, updating code. So basically, it's replaying my instructions to signify that I actually understood it. Adding helper methods. Deploying to the org. Well, same thing, right? So you can actually add some like cache busting techniques, but again, I'm going to my Safari develop menu. I'm going to empty the cache. Okay, empty the cache. you actually cannot see my menu, but that's okay. Let's refresh, okay. Hey, same color, right? So this one is United Oil, right? So even looking at this, you can see like all the United Oil ones is with this time frame and probably high in value, right? So things like this one is, portable generators is kind of low in value. Um, let's see. So what else do I want to do? Oh, I want to add a pick list. So then basically, oh, actually, I should tell it. Okay, I want to add a pick list. The pick list should show a unique set of accounts. So basically, query the opening object and get the unique set of accounts and display it within this pick list. When I choose that particular account on the pick list, I want to filter the chart to only shows openings belonging to that particular account. Okay, so let's watch cursor how to do its magic. So again, as I said, right, the trick to all of this is that the browser will cache it. So within Safari, I think it's like Option Command Shift R to refresh the cache. There are ways of like busting cache using LWC as well by like appending something like a parameter like version, right? So when you in the URL you put in like v2, it'll kind of like automatically pick up the cache. Oh, so actually this time it actually busted the cache by itself because like I'm not entirely sure why, but it did. Okay, so automatically loaded all accounts. So I'm gonna change. Okay, so Dickinson is actually just one dot. It's kind of weird. United Oil. It's pretty dang cool, right? So in that case, yeah, like I mean, you can all do all of this in Tableau, but the point is that I'm using voice to iteratively vibe code, and it's generating the code and kind of doing Salesforce. So let's do something more advanced, right? It's not actually keeping the same color. It's because I really want to show, like, this isn't just like some kind of Mickey Mouse operation. I'm gonna tell it, okay? Okay, so the drop-down pick list works great. However, when I select a particular account, it doesn't keep the same color as when I show all of the bubbles. So what you probably need to do is for each account, keep a mapping of the color. So when I change the pick list, it'll keep the color consistent. Okay, so let's see what it can do. It's pretty confident with cursor, but as you can see, this is actually a pretty advanced command. Not like a matter of just hey, plot this here, plot it there. Like you need to understand exactly what I've said. So in reading code, it's actually kind of cool that it's creating a count color map, which is a good indication. So let's see what it does. Okay. I mean, what else can I do? So opportunities. We got the size, amount, close stage. We got group them. There's the stages. I mean, I can also put another like filter in stages, but that's probably not that interesting to keep on creating like these filters. But I mean, you can probably query like some related objects to give your users a little bit more like information, right? So let's take a look. Okay, count, no duplicates or contacts. Oh yeah, contacts. So we can probably have some kind of button that also show what contacts they are. Related opportunities. That's actually pretty good as well. And cases, okay, that's actually pretty good, cool. And okay, contacts and cases. So go back to here. Let's see if it keeps the color. Was this the one? Okay, so now the pick list is actually gone. Okay. Okay, what if we deployed the drop-down pick list is actually gone for the account? Okay, I need the pick list for the account to show. Okay, make the pick list for the account show again. Yeah, so even though it's quite magical, like cursor is kind of like a regular cloud developer and AI, and sometimes it actually will go backwards. So that's kind of the nature of the beast. So now that we've kind of like provided clarification instructions, let's see if it still works. Okay. Nope. So it still doesn't. So what I'm gonna do is, oh yeah, I forgot. So view develop empty cache. Okay. Developer empty cache. I just did that in the menu, and now refresh. Okay, it's back again. So maybe in the previous step, like, well, let's see. So Dickinson is blue, and then it's blue. Yeah, okay. Express is orange. Gene point is green. Okay, so let's go back. So gene point definitely is green. Okay, so let's see. So once we changed, oh, it actually does move to axis, right? So basically with gene point, it's even smarter. So I was actually thinking that it'll keep the original axis, but now it actually zooms into that particular portion of the axis, right? So what I want to do is, for example, okay, so on the modal, let's just say I want another button that shows the list of contacts, okay? Okay, perfect. So when the modal pops up when you click on the opportunity, I want to have another button that says show contacts, and when I click on that button it should show me a list of the contacts and make some suggestions about which contact I should call. Okay, so watch it kind of do its magic. Yeah, so now we're getting to the area of like multiple objects, right? So it's not just, hey, you can render this particular object. You can kind of like grab the related objects, and then like that last instruction was pretty vague, right? Like, it's so some suggestions. Sometimes when I do this doing vibe coding, that's what's really great about it. It's that it'll actually, the AI will come back with some suggestions that I've never even considered. Okay, uploading context mapping to highlight suggested contacts. Well, I don't know in the background is like how like optimal would be, right? So for example, like is it kind of like lazy load? So only after I click on the opportunity, then it load and the button, then it kind of like switches to the context and stuff like that. So with AI, you don't actually get control of that. It's hoping that it's doing the right job and it's not like pre-caching all the contacts. But oh, actually, yeah. So right here you can see it's actually doing queries in the background, right? So custom field reference doesn't exist. Updating Apex controller. So it's pushing that to the Apex side. So I imagine that it actually only loads when, let's see, so there's no button there. Now I'm going to go back to developer, empty caches. So just did that. Now I refresh. Okay, so show contacts. Look at that. Right, suggest a contact call. Okay, so that was that. So let's see some other one, right? So in this case, show contacts. So Barbara, Levy, Josh, Davis. So this is for Express Logistics. Okay, so Barbara, Levy, and Josh Davis. So let's double check. Okay, so back to here, Express. Let's look at the contacts. Yeah. So 2 contacts, cases. So there you go, right? I didn't touch my keyboard at all except for doing the refresh. You can see you can, provide instructions using voice, like in a kind of natural language. Yeah, so pretty impressive. So let me know what you think.